Well, Ford CEO Jim Farley is sounding the alarm over the lack of qualified job candidates with mechanic skills. Farley is saying he can't fill 5,000 current jobs that pay $120,000 per year, saying, quote, "We're in trouble in our country." Comments highlighting the overall lack of skilled tradespeople within the U.S. workforce. Taking a look at the stock of Ford this morning in the pre-market, it is slightly higher. Then there is this. The FAA is ending its emergency order mandating flight reductions at 40 airports across the country. It is set to expire this morning. The cuts began earlier this month during the government shutdown due to safety concerns over staffing shortages. The initial reduction was 4%, but later it was increased to 6%. Right now, as of this morning, we've just got over 400 delays. Right now, we've got about 30 flights canceled, almost 30 flights, as you can see on your screen there. Remember, delays and cancellations increased due to higher sick calls from air traffic controllers. Well, I asked Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy how he plans to address this issue when I sat down with him last night at Newark International Airport. Watch. Are there going to be consequences for those that weren't just calling out sick after the shutdown began, but even before leading into it? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, I think we have, some controllers that don't love their jobs. They have a stressful job. They have a hard job. They have a really important job. You never see them. You don't even know who they are, but you have your life in their hands as they control our airspace, and they do a fantastic job. I think we have to look at some of the ones who don't want to be there or keep calling in sick that put pressure on their fellow controllers. But I love what Donald Trump said. Let's give the ones who didn't miss any days, no unscheduled days were missed, let's give them a $10,000 bonus. So we're looking at that right now. But it's the carrot or the stick. We're going to give carrots to those who actually showed up, did their job, and were true patriots. We should reward them.
You can watch the full interview with the secretary this Wednesday night during my new primetime special, The Flight Path Forward. That's going to be right here on Fox Business, Maria. These air traffic controllers, those that did not call in sick, again, may be getting rewarded. And think about this. They've already been working 6 days a week. That is mandated. And it takes 1 to 3 years to get these controllers trained and certified to actually go to work. So it is a very large problem, and the secretary is ready to handle that.
I like the idea that they're going to reward those who did not take off, but I also, have to consider the fact that it's not their fault. They're not calling in sick because they just want to say, hey, screw you, I'm working without pay. I think this is just a hardship, Liz. I mean, some of those people could not go to work because they had to get a second job. Yeah. They needed to drive an Uber. They needed to do Uber Eats. They needed to do something else because literally they were living paycheck to paycheck and missed their pay for an entire month.